And we begin with breaking news. The fight to stop a man's execution has just ended for now.
Yeah, we just heard from the Supreme Court of Texas in the past 10 minutes.
Sydney Persing is live in Huntsville tonight to explain what just happened and what it means, Sydney.
This day has been full of remarkable historic developments and decisions. At the very last minute, state lawmakers got a judge to halt Roberson's execution. A higher court then reversed that decision. That decision was then appealed up to the state Supreme Court, and in the last 15 minutes, we learned the justices issued a stay on Roberson's execution. His story has garnered international attention today. It is still not clear exactly how his story will end, but at this hour, it appears he will live to see another day.
Death row? Hell no! Death row? Hell no!
There was chaos and confusion, minutes, then seconds before Robert Roberson was scheduled to be executed. No one knew if the state was about to kill him or spare him.
I'm deeply concerned that we're about to move forward with an execution that would result in the killing of an innocent man in Robert Roberson.
Robert Roberson's case has proven that the system is broken.
90 minutes before Roberson's execution, a judge granted a temporary restraining order to halt it after, for the first time in state history, a bipartisan group of Texas legislators subpoenaed a death row inmate to stall an execution.
If he is executed today, then we have to question the entire justice system in the state of Texas.
6 o'clock came, and Roberson, who spent 20 years on death row for allegedly shaking his 2-year-old daughter to death, was still alive. The chaos was over, and the waiting game began as lawyers filed appeals and judges weighed their options.
Thou shalt not kill. God controls life, not people.
As night fell, Roberson's fate remained unclear. Church groups gathered outside of the prison to pray.
My grandmother taught me that 2 wrongs don't make a right. I still believe that.
Prosecutors have long said Roberson abused his daughter, but his attorneys and a growing number of experts said the science behind shaken baby syndrome no longer held up.
We're holding people's lives in our hands.
As Roberson's life continued to hang in the balance, protesters waited, now for word from Governor Greg Abbott, who does have the authority to grant a 30-day stay.
My prayer is that Governor Abbott will be the Christian he claims to be, will be the Catholic that he claims to be, and follow the teachings of the church. And if that prayer is not seem fit to answer, then I pray that some good will come of this.
Governor Abbott never did weigh in. It is possible he was waiting to see where exactly the courts would land. Again, I cannot express enough how unprecedented this is. We are still working to find out exactly what happens next. Izzy.
You've been out there all day. I'm curious what the mood has been like and what the reaction was when this news came down just minutes ago.
Izzy, as soon as the news came down, I could hear a group of protesters. They're right on the other side of the prison. I could hear them erupt in cheers. It sounded like they exhaled. You know, I've spoken to a lot of these folks throughout the day. Many of them have shown up for several executions over the last several months and years, and they said this one just felt different because of the chaos, because of the unprecedented nature, the last-minute anticipation. They are obviously relieved, but again, we are still waiting to figure out what exactly comes next.